Hey folks, so this is our last lesson in this little introductory series. This lesson is on pacing and grading. So you may be thinking at this point, like, this all sounds great, this sounds cool, but how does this work with like grading and progress reports and deadlines and all that, right? Great question. So you'll be able to answer that question at the end of this video. The first thing, the place to start is here. Okay, so we're going to have two different types of lessons, two categories, I guess we could call them. And those two categories are going to be must-do lessons and aspire to do lessons. So must-do lessons are exactly what they sound like. So these are the lessons like you need to do these in order to say you understand the class, right? So everybody's going to do the must-do lessons. And then aspire to do lessons. These are the lessons where, like, I think this would be nice if everybody knew this. This will maximize your learning if you do these, but it won't kill you if you don't get them. So you can move on without doing these lessons. Okay. So I'm setting up grading in a way that's going to make this super clear. Okay. So the way it's going to work is must-do lessons are going to be 89% of your grade, and they're going to be pretty much pass-fail. So like you're going to get in this category, you're going to get pretty much only 100% or 50s, right? Either you did it or you did not. So what that means then is if you master all must-do assignments, including mastery on quizzes means getting an 80 or above, you'll get a B plus in the class. Okay? So to get a B plus, all you need to do is all the must-do assignments, and then these aspire to do, these are the difference. These are the other 11% of your grade. So these are the difference between getting a B plus and an A plus. Okay, some of these will be graded for accuracy, some will be just completion. They'll be clearly identified, so you know you can skip them if you feel like you need to. But these are the assignments that you need to do if you're shooting for an A or an A plus in the class. I want to be clear that I think everybody is capable of doing all the lessons. Okay, whether or not you choose to do them is up to you, and I mean that. So you can choose not to do these aspire to do lessons, keeping in mind that like the highest grade you can get by doing none of these aspire to do lessons is a B plus. But a B plus in a hard honors math class or AP math class isn't so bad, right? For my AP people, because we really need a motor to cover all the content on the AP exam, a lot of the aspire to do lessons are going to be the more challenging AP content that you really need to do well in to hit a 4 or 5. Okay, so those are the two categories. And then the other thing we need to discuss, right, is pacing and like deadlines, right? So what I will do for you guys is I will give you feedback every class on how you're doing pacing wise. Okay, so the first thing is this pacing tracker, which we talked about in the last video. And the second thing is I'm going to give you suggested pacing. Okay, so I'm going to say complete these lessons by this day and you're on pace with the class. And these will be backwards planned from like when the unit is due. So if you follow this pacing, you'll complete the unit on time. Okay. Then as you log into class each day, you'll also see, am I ahead, am I behind, or am I on pace? Notice this isn't every lesson. So 1.1, 1.3, 1.2 is not on there. So you have to do a little bit of planning, right? So what you might do is you might say, okay, I'm on 1.0 and it's the 24th. Okay. Then to meet my pacing, right, on the 25th, I'd complete 1.1, and then I know that on the 27th I have to complete 1.3, so on the 26th I might do 1.2, and then the quiz is on the 29th, so I know I need to do 1.4 on the 28th, quiz on the 29th. Okay, so not rocket science here, but make sure you're just planning your moves. Remember the do now and the closing in class are going to help you do that. If you get behind, let's say it's the 24th, or let's say actually it's the 26th, So if you're behind, let's say it's the 26th, and you're on 1.0. What that means, in order to catch up, maybe on the 27th, you do 1.1 and 1.2. Okay, and then on the 28th, you do 1.3, and then on the 29th, you do 1.4 on the quiz. Okay, so if you're behind, you can always catch up by doing more lessons on a given day. Okay, the move is not to think about, okay, the whole unit's due on the 29th. The move is not to do all 5 lessons on the 29th. For what should be obvious reasons, but sitting down and doing a bunch of lessons in one sitting is not the right move. Okay, so the last thing I'll say, if you're behind, we still have office hours, and we still have support day if you're behind. So you can do all of the work in this class, in class or outside of class. But if you're somebody who needs a little bit of structure to their work time, these are going to be options as well. And one of the things you're going to do in this assignment after you're done with the video is add calendar events for both of these to your calendar so you know when to come. Okay. So that's a little bit about planning. After this, there's the unit quiz and your first Aspire to do, and then you'll jump into the actual math.